What's going on, everybody? This is No Games, Just Sports, the Sports Gamer. August 19th, 2022. What does that specific date mean to you? That is the release date of yours truly, EA Sports Madden 23. Yes, the Madden 23 was released, what are we in, October now? So, September, 2.5, maybe 3 months, maybe. And according to their website, Madden NFL 23 up to 35% off. Fabulous. So it's already discounted, and I'm sure it'll probably be free before Christmas, on EA Play or whatnot, depending on what your system is, Xbox or which Game Pass or PlayStation. I wouldn't even worry about playing on a PC because it's still old generation on the PC, which is crazy to me because the PC is a hell of a lot stronger than any console. So for them, reason why they can't put it on PC is it's above my pay grade. So, but today's video, I want to talk about something that we all have talked about, and we probably have been preaching in EA Sports ear since they came out with Long Shot. What was it, Madden 18? I think it was. Tom Brady was on the cover of that year. But here we are, Madden 23, face of the franchise, and this is their gridiron notes. Everything you want to know about face of the franchise. This is all EA on their website. Hey Madden fans, welcome to our Face of the Franchise Gridiron Notes. Today we'll be sharing what to expect from the major changes you'll see as you live the life as an NFL pro. Face the franchise, the league. Absolutely just false advertisement right off the get-go, man. You're not living the life. You don't do anything in Face of the Franchise. Everything is a push-button simulation. You simulate practices for the most part. You simulate activities throughout the week. You don't do anything. You do absolutely nothing. It shows you sitting on the couch, playing with your thumbs, holding the controller, playing Madden. So you're playing Madden, watching yourself play Madden. They couldn't come up with anything else. Nothing else they come up with. Focus purpose. We took a long look right at the heart of Face of the Franchise. The league this year placing consistent feedback from our dedicated player base. That is a lie. They have not got any feedback from any of the community, from any aspect, whether it be the franchise community, which I'm also a part of the franchise community, and we've been asking for changes for decades now, and they still haven't. I want to enjoy Face of the Franchise, but it's too boring for me. I can't get into it. So they're not getting feedback. I don't know whose feedback they're getting. What this mode could and should be, we knew it was time for some fundamental changes. With that in mind, we used a few basic principles to guide us through development. Who are they talking to when they're building these game modes? Why don't you interview actual NFL players? Why don't you NFL rookie players, second year players, 5-year players, 3-year players, and just pick their brains? What emotions did they feel? What experiences did they go through? How did they handle these situations? What do they do on their off time? You have the NFL at your complete disposal. Everything the NFL has to offer is available to you at EA Sports, because we all remember they are the exclusive rights to the NFL, and nobody else can make a game with the NFL license except EA Sports, because they're holding it hostage and they refuse to listen to their fans. They refuse to listen to their customer base, and they refuse to listen to the dedicated communities that continue to play their game. I'll put in Madden 23 and I'll play it for like 5 minutes. And then I realize how crappy it is, and I go on to other things. Because it's boring to me. Franchise is boring. Face of the franchise is boring. After you finish your first year, it's all just read. There's no action dialogue. It's all you gotta read, and very generic conversations that you're having with either your coaches, other players. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Contracts and quick starts. So, in the Madden's 23 face of the franchise this year, they added this new thing where you're a fifth-year player, right? In what, the 5 different roles you can play: QB, receiver, running back, whatever. Say you're a quarterback, and according to EA Sports' Madden NFL, you have a chance you're getting a contract offer from 32 teams. 32 different teams have interest in you. Even the same team that cut you, right? Because you spent 5 years or 4 years with a specific team. What team cut you? And why are they offering you a contract? It doesn't say. It doesn't tell you. There's no backstory to why you're looking for a new team. And for every NFL team to show interest is unrealistic. I've never played in the NFL. I've never been in the draft. I've never been drafted. I've never been to the combine. I've never been an NFL athlete. But I'd be willing to put my money down and say that there's no player in the National Football League who's entering his 5th year has received a contract offer from all 32 teams. It does not happen. It won't happen. It never will happen. Even the most gifted, athletic, promising players aren't getting 32 teams to give them a contract offer. And if that was the case, if there's 32 teams who want me on their team, why is the team cutting me or letting me go not fighting for me? Because obviously I must be really, really good because I've got 32 teams who are interested in me. But there's no backstory with that. You get to play with a team. And what's even weird is if you go to like Kansas City or Buffalo, you're going to become the starter. You're not going to sit behind Mahomes. You're not. You're gonna be the starter. Now, does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? Because it doesn't make sense to me. I'm above and beyond. It's not even frustration anymore with EA Sports, Madden, NFL. It's like I feel like sometimes they purposely make the game the way it is because they know they can, right? Because obviously they have the exclusive rights. They don't have to worry. There's no other game out there that they really have to compete with on that level. I mean, you've got Access Football and you have Maximus Football, but those franchises, those companies are young and they're just getting started for the most part. They're still in my opinion, early development. Have they improved their games? Absolutely. On so many levels. But they're compared to where Madden should be, they're not on the same level. But they do things that Madden and EA Sports does not do, and that is listen to their specific communities. And that's how you become a great company. When you listen to the people who buy your product. If you are a company and you sell jackets and you open your doors and you start selling jackets and they're just blowing off the shelves, and then you get your feedback says, hey, the collar is too thick, the sleeves are too long, and the jacket's too heavy for where we live in this part of the world, wherever you may be from, and you receive the feedback, but you just ignore the feedback and continue to make the jackets the way you want to, you're going to eventually lose business. You're going to lose sales. People are going to stop buying your jackets because it's not what they want. They told you, hey, I want a jacket with a smaller collar, shorter sleeves, that's not so heavy. So make what the customer wants so you can make money and you can improve your product. EA Sports and Madden have no interest in that. They've been working on Face of the Franchise since 2018 when they came in with Longshot. I didn't mind Longshot. I actually enjoyed the story. What I didn't like was the fact that you couldn't fail. What I didn't like was the game made you succeed. When you're at practice and at the pro days, you couldn't fail. It made you succeed. That's not simulation. That's not real life. And I know it's a video game, but you're giving me a simulation experience. And according to the NFL, you're gonna fail. People fail all the time. People get cut all the time. That's a part of the business. And with Longshot, it was a fun story. I enjoyed the characters. I was invested in them, but the style was just, they wouldn't let you fail. Wouldn't let you make your own decisions for the most part. And they made Longshot 1 and 2 basically, right? And then they came out with Face of the Franchise, what we know now. And the first time it was you're a college career and all this chaos going on in your life, and your roommate is, got a heart condition, and it's just insane. Ryan Moody talked about this on one of his videos. Check it out, where he talked about all the seriousness of heart condition and putting you on that and listening to that and experiencing that was just, that's not fun. And then on top of that, you're in college. I think the next year you're in college and you have a fan that's got cancer and she wants you to throw a touchdown. What the hell, man? Why are we doing this? And then now they moved away from the college. They moved away from all of that, which I think they did that because EA Sports College Football is coming out next year, which a lot of red flags with that. Super hopeful. Want it to be I want it to be what it is, but it's made on the Frostbite engine and it's made by EA Sports. So my expectations are super low. That way, if it is better than I thought, I will be happily surprised. But I'm expecting a poor quality product. And that pisses me off that I have to feel that way. But that's just the way it is with EA Sports. That's the way it is. So in this year's Face of the Franchise, they removed the college experience. You're now going into your 5th year, and there's 32 teams who want to offer you a contract. That's insane. That doesn't happen. If you play franchise, you play Face of the Franchise, it's very cringy the way the players interact with each other and the dialogue they speak, and they just stand there in the locker room in their gear. It's the stupidest thing I ever seen. Or when you have the coach at a press conference and it's dark as hell. You can't see into the audience, or there's no actual questions. What I really enjoy about NBA 2K23 is the fact that you're getting actually voice actors to be the media to ask you questions, and you can respond back with a voice actor giving a response to that question. I think it's pretty cool. It's something, right? It's something instead of just reading a poorly written dialogue on the screen. You know, where you got that same reporter asking the same stupid questions. It's so half-assed. The NFL, EA Sports, if you happen to ever come across this video, you have the NFL exclusive license at your fingertips. Everything the NFL is, you have at your disposal. You can interview players. You can interview coaches. Ask coaches how they feel about this week and versus that week, and how they talk to their players after a big loss or a tough loss, or how they talk to your players when it's a big win. How do you deal with that? They don't do any of that. There's none of that in this game. There's no emotion. There's no attachment. It's arcade with the NFL license. Have the graphics improved? Somewhat. They're getting better. Obviously, every year they'll get better. But for being on the PlayStation 5, there's a lot of games out there that just look absolutely ridiculous. Not just the cutscenes and the graphics, but the gameplay just looks beautiful. And EA Sports is so fucking stubborn, pardon my French, that they're going to continue to use their own in-house game engine, Frostbite, which is not built for this. It's built for first-person shooters. It's not built for sports games. But they're trying to manipulate the system to where it plays that way, and this is the outcome that we have. I personally would love to see EA Sports dump Frostbite and bring on Unreal Engine 5. They won't do that because they want the money for themselves. When they use their own game engine, they don't have to outsource any money to anybody. It's all to themselves. How freaking greedy is that? So instead of making the best product on the market and leading the way, you show your asses off and how greedy and selfish you are. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. It's ridiculous. This game is broken on so many levels. It's insane. And people say, well, why do you continue to buy it? Well, if you buy it or if you get it for free or however you get this game, you want to give it that chance, right? Because you listen to all their hype starting in June. Oh, this is the best game, most polished. It's an amazing game. But then when you get it, it's just the same bullshit. Every time. Same game. No good. Like I said, I have it. I play it for 5 minutes, and I realize how bad it really is. And so I turn it off, and I go on to something else. I pretty much just play it when I just had that itch to play some football. Because I don't have access. I don't have maximum football. I don't have 2K5 mod on a PC. I don't have any of that. I really wish that the PlayStation 5 would bring NFL 2K5 to their Play Store. That would be fabulous. I'd buy that. I'd play that over Madden any day. All Pro Football 2K8, I'd play that over Madden any day. And it's a shame because I grew up, I'm almost 45 years old, and I grew up watching John Madden. For the most part, I watched him as a broadcaster. I knew about him as a coach, from just, my dad and, learned about football as a kid. But I really learned about John Madden as a broadcaster and the turducken and boom and all that good stuff. And that's where my love for John Madden came from on Sundays and games on TV, and of course his infamous commercials with different things that he did. But that's where and it's a shame to see his name on this piss poor product. Because when people will talk about Madden, they say Madden, 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 Madden. They're not talking about John Madden himself. They're talking about the game. But for somebody who may not know the difference of what you're talking about, they think maybe you're talking about John Madden, and that's a shame. Because he was a fabulous guy. He was well loved, great coach, great mentor, great broadcaster. I wish I could have met him. I wish I would have had that opportunity, because he seemed like a guy that you'd want to meet. One of those, bucket list kind of guys. But I appreciate you guys checking this out. I know this is like a rant, and we all do it, right? We all want the same thing. We want Madden NFL for EA Sports to just be better. Give us better. That's all we're asking. We're not asking for too much, I don't think. But if you can't do that, EA Sports, then give up your death grip of the NFL license and let somebody else who wants to. Hey, Sony, San Diego Studios, get in the game and make a football game. You made it before with NFL Game Day. Make it again. We'd love to see it. 2K, get in the game. Figure it out and make it happen. We'd love to see it. I appreciate you checking this out. This is No Games, Just Sports, and I appreciate you. Love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. All right. Peace.